are here for part number 2 of today's episode, should I say, for the race today. We've qualified P15, so we're going to start 15th on the grid, which is certainly better than our Australian qualifying performance getting into Q2. However, we couldn't convert or get through Q2, and we've had to settle for P13. But I'm not too downbeat about this, because at the end of the day, it's a decent grid slot, especially compared to last race. And you know what? I'm feeling a lot more confident in the car itself. So yeah, you know, really looking forward to this one. So obviously, I must admit, every time I look at this, the graphics are so much better.
Leclerc, Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, and Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Perez, Butler, and Lance Stroll, Raikkonen, Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, and Ricciardo.
Just adjusting my headset.
Lando Norris, and Robert Kubica, Albon, and Lucas Weber completes the grid.
So,
and with lights
obviously,
out, just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
What can we do today from P15? We got 13th. Out of
keep your eyes open on the run to turn
the last one.
Keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece.
So obviously, can we expect, you know, top 10 today? I don't know. We're going to go for the strategy that's recommended, displayed on screen. We're not going to do any alternative strategy. And we're going to see what we can do today. Clutch won't go in there, which is a bit of a early scare.
Gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
Alright. Look how cold these front tyres are. Need to get them up to temperature by the end of the lap. I do honestly think tyres are very much more important this year in terms of how the car handles, performs and behaves.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
Russell just behind us in P16. Car's a lot warmer now. Hopefully that correlates into something at the start. Very impressed on how the graphics are in this game. Just have a look how detailed they are. Absolutely beautiful, must admit. Also, the camera angles are pretty good this year. Right, let's go and see what we can do here. As we now take our position on the starting grid. By the way, a new series will be starting on tomorrow. Not only are we doing this career mode tomorrow, but we're also starting a new series called F1 car versus F2 car, where I take a Formula 1 car and put it up against a Formula 2 car to see the difference. But anyway, 5 red lights, it's lights out, and away we go in the desert of Bahrain. And it's not been the greatest start. We're getting a bit swamped here. We're already down to P17. And I'm gonna do a restart. Forget that. I don't want a flashback, I want to do a restart. So we'll try again. Right. 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go once again. Better start. Overall, gonna move to the right a little bit. Alright, down to 19th. The AI really good at getting off the line this year. They were pretty good last year as well. What on earth? Really? That is now taking the biscuit. I honestly think you could tell what we were doing from a mile back there. So George should have left us, I feel, a bit more room. Like, this time I was just gonna... Oh, you're having a joke. Having to basically cut the corner even to have a hope to get through this corner. Like, and now I can't get traction. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on, car. Act proper. Oh, there we go. We've basically had to use like 4 or 5 flashbacks just to get around that one corner. Right, back into 17th. Let's try not make any more mistakes. You're having a complete utter joke. Did we hit? We hit Norris apparently. We'll just rewind from there. Just so the car doesn't have damage. I honestly think though the tyres this year are a bit more lethal. You can certainly feel less grip in the tyres. Maybe a bit like 2017. That's how I'd describe the grip level this year. In the game. A bit more like the 2017 grips. Alright, got a lot of fuel to use in this race. But way overfueled. Let's go. Bit of a little kiss there from myself with Kavitsa. Going kissing wheels out there wide.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
So running a bit lower ERS at the moment.
Okay, entering lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
.94% AI seems quite difficult at the moment. Just not got the speed in these opening phases of the race, having go quite aggressive in terms of our defence. Bit of a slide there.
Right, we expect these tyres to be good for a while yet. Just be careful with them in the high-speed corners.
By the way, I may do round 3 later on tonight of this game because I've got a few days off work at the moment, which is pretty cool. Down to 18th now. Right, let's try and stay with Kubica here. Right, gonna be in Kubica's slipstream. Gonna get DRS. Albon's getting also DRS. 2 Toro Rosso's. One on the inside, the other on the outside. There's been a bit of a collision. I benefit the worst this time. Not gonna use any what do you call it? I want to see what happened here. So we were on the outside. Who I feel like, did I close in early? I was coming across. I think I closed in early. But then here, I do think we were squeezed off track quite a bit here. I think, like, I think that's wet Lucas Weaver. Should have given us a bit more space here. I think personally, cause we were certainly forced off. Like, I'd really not much where to go. And that's compromised me a lot. Up the hill anyway. Right. Hopefully we can get back in this race. And, you know, just
If you think
get
you can past,
something out of it.
race deployment to overtake mode. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Today's race, we've just been going backwards.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag up
Be
ahead.
aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flag.
Will this trigger a safety car? Actually, I don't think safety car's on.
You'll be on the mediums.
So Verstappen's out of the race.
Okay, clear.
I need to turn on safety car. Then obviously that can throw some spanners maybe in the works, you just never know. Can we go down the inside? Bit of contact between me and Webber. Teammate going wheel to wheel. Or former teammates, should I say. And car feeling better now. More competitive.
Let's use some of this energy. Increase the ERS deployment.
Since Verstappen's dropped out of the race, so Just never know. Sometimes the race just may come to you. Now we are going to move up here a few positions as we now crawl our way back into P17. My teammate's going for a manoeuvre on Kubica. And he's got that move done. Can Kubica go or get back at my teammate? That's the question, I guess. Gonna go down the inside, send one.
Nice move. Good job.
Still there. Go around the outside, not possible. Obviously run uphill, pretty difficult. Only one place for it then.
The car behind has boxed for the medium.
You're having a joke. We were certainly 100% alongside there. Forced off the track, and then obviously wheel contact. 100% gonna use a flashback here. I know it was a very aggressive move. Maybe should have gone deep on the brakes like that, but I was too deep. But that is taking the biscuit there. Alright.
Window open. Let's box this lap.
Back up to provisional 15th. Right, this time we're close to the Alpha in front, our former teammate. Again, drive off that corner, just not good enough. Can we go down the inside at turn 10? We've got the move, half complete. It's now going to be a drag race into turn 12. And he just destroyed me there. We had no hope there. That straight line pace was unreal.
Don't forget, box this lap.
Like, we both had DRS. Both probably had a small slipstream. Maybe his was better, I'm not too sure, but whatever the case is, he certainly did a better job there. Alright, in we come for our one and only pit stop of the day. Let's see what we can do. Been held a bit longer than I would have liked. Russell just up in front. Here comes Kubica, and he's massively out in front.
No more scheduled pit stops.
Looks like we've jumped Perez somehow, even though we weren't even racing Perez. Perez immediately gets back. We went a bit deep in the corner. Big question is though, how long can Sergio last on for? Gotta now watch our fuel, because that's getting quite close to zero. Let's turn down our engine now. Immediately though, going for a manoeuvre on Sergio, having to be a bit argy here and give them a bit of a shove to give them to leave me a bit of room, I'm finding right now. Right, not gonna go for a move here. Too far back. See what we've got down the straight, if anything. The teammates coming in.
Alexander is coming in.
Oh, that was a good exit. Gonna bump it up now into the overtake mode. Here we go. Got also the DRS, which could be a nice little thing to have. Are we gonna get in front of our teammate? No, looks like our teammates well and truly got in front of us here. Not by much. Feel like we're closer to our teammate once again, which is nice to see. Maybe this is a nice AI difficulty level. Not too sure. What do you guys think? Having a few good battles here. Far less mistakes though in this race. So Alexander Albion, current teammate, just up ahead. Obviously, gonna be careful here, because I don't want to take out my teammate, but I do want to get past him quite swiftly. He's taken me out there.
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
Balls. What even happened there? I think I did pick up a little bit of understeer. But I do think, you know, he left the gap then decided to close in there. Like, you can see he was drifting wide. Actually, did actually try and we'll try that again. Right, we'll try one more time to see if we can make this one work. That'd be cool. No, we can't make that work. Okay, I'll accept that. Right, this may be a decent run here. Gonna try and follow.
To get past here, use overtake. Use overtake.
Why did they brake so heavy in that braking zone? Literally. And yet, my car took for ages to slow down. You can literally see what I mean. So you do the same again, more or less. Car takes for ages to slow down, yet the car slows down more or less instantly. Sorry about the amount of flashbacks been used here. Like, balls. Just trying to... I just want to get through races at the moment without having these moments whilst during the race. Balls. How are we gonna get out of this? Yeah.
Show respect for your teammate. There's little satisfaction to be had in overtaking like that.
I'm gonna give my teammate back the place. And then I'll re-overtake him. Idiot. I feel like if I can clear the Alpha, my teammate can clear him. Obviously it does require a move on my teammate. But you know what, I'm gonna go for it. Let's try and find some speed here.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Here we go, my teammate.
Increase ERS deployment. It's time to use some of this charge.
Sort of dropped my teammate like a sack of potatoes there. The 15th. And we're now in this phase of the race where gap opened up behind me, but also sort of now coming into this no man's land.
Gap to car in front is 3.2 seconds. Gap to teammate behind is 1.9 seconds.
That's if I don't make a mistake. And that's race over, ain't it? More or less. But we're just gonna use a flashback to get us to the end of the race. Anyway. I feel like we've had a better race in terms of consistency wise, this one. And speed, so there's been some improvements since Australia. I don't feel like we've been completely there just yet, but there's been signs of improvements throughout this race weekend. Hopefully China we can repeat, maybe a bit more the same, if not more, better, even.
We've only got 2 laps of
Because
fuel
yeah,
left.
that's always got to be the aim, of course.
Some information on Russell. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
So that should ease pressure on my teammate, in theory. Teammate status.
We're leading our teammate by 3.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 17th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 37.4.
So 1 minute 37.4. Let's see what we're lapping.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
We're lapping like 135s at the moment. Alright. Final lap.
This is your final lap of the race.
Driver in front.
Qubits are ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 2.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 7 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:35.8. You're gaining by around 0.6 a lap.
I do think we do have it on right difficulty actually. So Vettel takes a second win this season to extend his championship lead to back-to-back wins for Sebastian. Obviously, we're not too far behind as we're now almost coming up to the line. Here, around the final corner. And it's P15, so yeah, we didn't improve, we didn't go down in the end. But at the end of the day, I'm actually more happier with that, despite it being obviously a worse of a result. Hopefully you could understand why I'm happier with that in that case, because obviously, as you can understand, necessarily a race isn't about where you finish, but it's about how you finish. And I do think we drove a more consistent and faster race, I do think, overall that race, with less mistakes. Mistakes were still made, don't get me wrong, plenty of flashbacks were still used, but I certainly feel there was less of them, which is nicer, and qualifying weren't bad actually, looking back on it, and it looks like another 1 and 3, so another joint double podium for the Scuderia Ferrari team, of course, which isn't bad indeed. Bottas takes Mercedes' second place of the season this year, so yeah, not bad here in this career mode, of course. But it's Sebastian Vettel who climbs and stands on the top step of the podium.
So, let's review the driver's standings.
In terms of who got fastest lap, Lewis Hamilton took that with a 1:32.5, so pretty damn quick there indeed. Not too far though, far behind wasn't Charles Leclerc with a 32.6, but it wasn't about who can do fastest lap Formula 1 ain't, it's about who can complete the most laps the fastest, and that's today Sebastian Vettel. In terms of where we finish, we actually only finished 44 seconds off the lead car, which isn't bad when you think of it as a power circuit. In terms of points, again around 10 seconds down. If you take us out of the equation, we're a lot further behind, but put us in the equation and you'll see that we're a little bit closer. Our best lap compared to our teammates was about 1 second clear of our teammate, 1.2 seconds clear of our teammate, so quite reasonable there when you think of that in that light. But yeah, you know, rather, you know, interesting. In terms of drivers' championship, well, Sebastian Vettel extends his lead to 16 points over his current main rival, Charles Leclerc, as Valtteri Bottas moves now up from 4th into 3rd. Pierre Gasly into now 5th ahead of his teammate Verstappen. We drop down to 17th after finishing 13th, so we've dropped down the order quite somewhat. However, of course, season isn't over yet, and yeah, points are going to be certainly crucial to get at some point in this championship. Already though in the constructors, again in a way reflecting what the drivers championship currently looks like really. Ferrari leading Mercedes, but by quite some margin already, 26 points. 56 points though behind is Red Bull Racing, then further behind is Renault, so still quite gaps opening up now to the rest of the field already. Let's review some of the highlights, shall we? So here's lap 1, of course, of the race, and away we win, all of us heading down into turn 1. You can see that we got quite a bit of wheel spin down on the run into turn 1, you know, so obviously there is quite a lot of wheel spin off the line there was, and heading through, managed to hold on to P18. Then obviously we had that spin moment where we dropped back to dead last in the race. Thankfully though not for long, as Verstappen retired, of course. Now I did try and move on this car a few times into that corner, but just couldn't get the drive out of turn number 8, that is, going up into turn 9 and 10 of course. And down main straight here, cars are now starting to do their pit stops, of course, at this moment in the race. So yeah, you know, obviously playing of action. Down the inside on Sergio Perez after the pit stop, just missing out after he rejoined in front of us. Technically we've rejoined in front of him, but yeah. There's that tyre sheen where you get that lovely shine on the tyre surface, replicating that shiny brand new tyre that was created for the 2019 calendar in Pacific. Bit of wheel banging there between myself and my teammate. Me then handing back the place to my teammate, luckily holding on to P16 here. It was to Lando Norris. Now this was probably one of my favourite overtakes, pretty clean, pretty simple on my teammate. Down the inside we go, down into turn 1, and then taking the checkered flag at the end there for that 14 lap sprint race then there. So yeah, overall then, there we go. So that's that race done. We'll advance to the next Grand Prix circuit. We were not going to do it yet. If we are going to do it, watch out for a video at 6 o'clock, around 6 o'clock should I say, tonight. Once again, subscribe, like and share for more F1 content just like this, and support me along the way as we look to go from Toro Rosso to one of the big boys eventually, if not maybe even improve Toro Rosso to better. Reputation going down a little bit there with the team in itself, maybe for the wheel banging that happened. Obviously we're gonna also try and get this back, so that should give us a little bit of hand. So should have a few upgrades kind of now. Next upgrades won't be purchased until the Spanish Grand Prix once these upgrades are on the car. I was hoping they would come for Bahrain, get them a little bit earlier, but clearly that didn't happen. Gonna put it down a little bit, 93%. Now I'm gonna remember to turn on the safety car. Where's safety car? Client gameplay it should be. So safety car is now on. Also gonna put the vehicle damage up to simulation, and yeah, that should all possibly change not the dynamic of the championship, but certainly the dynamic of some of the races, hopefully, as well. So there'll be a bit maybe more luck involved, I guess, in a way also skill, because if you can maybe catch the safety car at the right time, you can certainly gain position sometimes through that, and sometimes that can easily give you a good result, sometimes maybe where it wasn't possible. So yeah, we gained a little bit then there. I think our upgrades have successfully gone gone on the car this time. So we have certainly gained a little bit then from that, of course. And yeah, overall, so got a few upgrades on the car quite nicely now, as we'll probably close up to the back of Force India. As I say, next upgrades will probably be either purchased for the Spanish Grand Prix or after the Spanish Grand Prix, what I'm trying to say. So that gives us 3 now races to build up some nice resource points, you know, and then hopefully that we can carry them resource points into maybe like, or have the upgrades ready for Canada and France, hopefully. So yeah, you know, make some real progress then in that mid stage, and yeah, you know, it just really eventually all works out quite nice. In terms of engines, I'm not going to change the engine for this race weekend. Okay, just thought I'd let you know that, guys. 49%. If I have to, I'll change it after qualifying, but that's only if I have to. At the moment, I don't want to change it. I would like this to last at least till the end of this Grand Prix, then have a fresh engine for Baku and for Spain, and I may even then revert back to this engine for the Monaco GP, because obviously then of course we can rather intrusively you know, not have any issues then there. But yeah, 13th and 15th in our first 2 races for Toro Rosso, no points as of yet, but none of my teammate, he's got 19th and 16th, so, you know, in a way, whilst I'm going backwards, he's going forwards, which is nice to see, I guess. Yeah, but this is one also my favourite tracks. In terms of weather, let's have a look. Where's the weather? Where's the weather for this weekend, I wonder? No weather? No? Not going to tell me what the weather is? What weather we could expect? No. You're not, are you? Okay. So, yeah. Right, anyway. Thank you. See you all next time for another video. Until then, okay, have a good day. And obviously, yeah, see you all next time.